I am here today with Brian Baltazar. Brian is a home inspector, and he recently did the home inspection on my home. We're selling our house, and he came out and was super thorough, did a top-notch job. I wanted to invite you in and have you tell a couple of things about why you might want to inspect a new build. Most buyers are probably thinking, hey, it's brand new. I don't take my brand new car to the auto mechanic. Why would I have a home inspector? Why would I pay for a home inspector to come inspect a new home?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Big thing with the new builds is, how do you know that everything works? This is likely the biggest investment you're going to make in your entire life. So you want to make sure that everything works as best as you can before finding out the hard way. In other words, let's make sure that we're looking at the envelope of the home, the exterior, then the electrical, also the plumbing, and that's a big one too because of the sewer line.
Well, how bad could that be, though?
Well, generally, you're going to get very solid workmanship from a lot of the builders that are in and around Colorado. There's some great folks out there that take some serious pride in their work. However, we all know that pencils have erasers. So it's kind of tough to be able to erase glove, grout, rags, bolts, that type of thing in a sewer line. Additionally, it's not too easy to go ahead and try to erase, say, for example, something not installed correctly in your roof. Because the big thing is with moisture intrusion, especially when we're talking about the roof, is that not only can it bankrupt you from the financial standpoint when you have water coming into the home, but mold can be deadly.
So I'm now going to show you what Brian is talking about. This is an image that Brian sent me from one of his inspections on a new build. This doesn't look like much to me. It looks kind of like an alien spaceship. What are we looking at?
Yeah, we're looking at a sewer line on a brand new build in the home. I had pushed about 11 feet with my sewer scope. The pipe is polyvinyl chloride, commonly referred to as PVC. What you're seeing there at the bottom of the pipe is a bolt, and it's rusted out. When we move forward, we'll be able to see it was laying on a rag. You would have never known that this was there. You would have found out probably in the least happy way with a backup. This could cause blockage.
The construction crew left these materials in the drain pipe, and after 20, 30 toilet flushes, it gets blocked. Then you could have sewer water backing into your brand new home.
That's right. Let's talk about the solution here. You would need to have somebody hydrojet this. And what that means in plain English is basically taking, kind of like when you go to the car wash and you're going to wash by hand yourself and you've got that wand that you spray with. Well, the hydrojetter has that, but it's got 6 different exit points for the water. So very high pressure spray to clean the line, push that out, and then essentially it would be removed from the line.
So what did the homeowner say when you showed them that their brand new sewer had a bolt and rag in it?
They were really, really surprised because at that point, then that kind of triggered with them. If that's happening there, what else is going to show up on the report?
Right. Yeah. So very worth it on new construction. You don't know what you can't see.
Absolutely.
And so you've got a couple more photos for us, right?
I do.
All right.
I do.
So we're going from subterranean to the highest point on the property.
What we're talking about here was that exterior envelope and wanting to make sure that everything is as dry as it possibly can be. When you're looking at this roof and you see that this vent in front of us that's the closest, that's wrong. You look at the vent in the background and you can see a black part at the base and also see there's some silver metal back there as well. That all helps water escape and flow down the roof, allow your drainage system to have the water flow into the gutter and then exit away from the home. As it sits right now, if water or whether it's even snow, at this point, it's going to exit into the attic. If you didn't know this by not having an inspection, you would end up kind of finding out the hard way in terms of it leaking into the home. In this instance, it ended up, this vent sat specifically above the master closet.
Sometimes I'll hear agents who will say, wait for 10 months, then get the inspection. You can enforce your warranty, get the builder to fix things. If you left this for 10 months, you could end up with a huge loss or a major insurance claim, right?
Absolutely. Let's not forget how it could potentially impact your health with mold. This potential mold problem could come through the home, and then that's all the air that you breathe.
We got one more photo to show you.
What you're looking at here is you've got the gutter down below where you've got glue. Now the other part is at the top of it, you've got the shingle that's pointing up. This is wrong because you can see there's something holding that shingle up and making it point up. Well, that's called the drip edge. And essentially what that drip edge does is it helps when the water comes off of the roof and it comes off of the shingle, sometimes it'll curl and go back. That drip edge, make sure that it exits into the gutter rather going back into the home. What you can also see at the point at the end of the shingle that's raised up, if you go straight down, you can see where there's an intersection and there's a gap right there. And that's where water's going to go in. Now, the other part is, wait till the wind gets a hold of this. And you remember just exactly how windy our April was, that the wind can take that and start pulling it back.
Off.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get a bad enough windstorm, it's going to peel that whole roof off.
So this needs to be remedied right away.
Why do you think things like this happen on new construction? Is it laziness, sloppiness, lack of attention to detail?
I think people get in a hurry. We're wanting to make sure that, hey, let's get these folks in the home as quickly as we can.
Everything's on a schedule.
Everything's on a schedule. So I think what happens is sometimes folks just get into a hurry and then hustle and get it done. It's taken care of. I check that box. Well, let's take a step back and make sure that things are the way that they need to be and nice and buttoned up.
Well, one of the things that I would also like to suggest, and this is what I did, is I actually hired Brian to do home inspection on my home prior to listing it for sale. And the reasons that I wanted to do that is I didn't want a potential buyer to come in after we get under contract at a specific price and then nickel and dime me without me knowing is there legitimacy behind the things that they're saying. And then also gives you the opportunity, if you own a home, to kind of knock out all the low-hanging fruit in advance so that you have a really clean bill of health for your house. It was really great to be able to tell prospective buyers in my home, hey, radon is completely fine. And there were these, small safety issues that have been addressed. Pretty much all the heavy lifting is done, other than my house is going to need a new roof. Thankfully, that's an insurance claim. Brian was just super thorough. I've got a 3-story house, went through absolutely everything, did radon, did sewer scope, did it all. And I think you've got a bundle discount if somebody takes on all those services.
That's right.
Your professionalism, the thoroughness of it, I really appreciated. I wanted to give you a chance to, educate me and hopefully my clients as well on why, if you were buying a new home, you should get it inspected.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, and you guys are great clients.
Yeah. How do people find you?
You can find me at ColoradoPriorityHomeInspection.com. I'm also out there on Twitter and then on Facebook, and you can give me a call at 720-925-1725. Thank you all.